party's seat in the United Nations was still occupied by Hitler's Third Reich in exile, and that the swastika flew here in United Nations Plaza in New York. And imagine if this barely credible state of affairs was largely the result of pressure by the major democracies, such as the United States and Britain. Well, that is exactly what has happened to Cambodia. There certainly appears to be no justice when this man, Khieu Samphan, architect of Pol Pot's genocidal policy, becomes part of an international charade. In 1982, China and the United States invented the coalition, making Khieu Samphan Prime Minister and Prince Sihanouk, Cambodia's former ruler, President. The aim was to appease growing international revulsion about the Khmer Rouge. In fact, nothing had changed. Pol Pot had merely stepped back into the shadows. On the face of it, the coalition consists of the Khmer Rouge and two so-called non-communist groups, one group led by Prince Sihanouk and the other by a former Prime Minister, Son Sann. They are the respectable face. But the Khmer Rouge dominates the coalition in every way. The most important player in this game is Prince Sihanouk, promoted in Washington as the good guy of the coalition. Sihanouk has always been all things to all people. Sihanouk ruled Cambodia as a despot until he was overthrown by the CIA in 1970, when he called on his people to join Pol Pot. Although a number of his own relatives were killed by the Khmer Rouge, Sihanouk broadcast Pol Pot's propaganda. In 1975, he flew to New York, where he knowingly lied to the United Nations about the true nature of the Khmer Rouge, claiming that the evacuation of Cambodia's cities and towns had been carried out without bloodshed, and that reports of executions were unfounded. This inspired many Cambodians to return home, to a fate of torture and death. According to John Pedler, a former British diplomat who knows him well, Sihanouk remains in awe of the Khmer Rouge. They are like the rabbit and the snake, wrote Pedler. A hardcore Khmer Rouge is often amongst his entourage today, a constant reminder to him that his life is still in their hands.
I do not want a military solution to the problem, but a peaceful a political solution. But in order to get a political solution, with Vietnam and the Soviet Union, we must fight first. And to fight is to have the Khmer Rouge also in the coalition, because they are the main fighting force.
Sihanouk has demanded a part for the Khmer Rouge in a Cambodian government. This is backed by both America and Britain.
The one thing we would not wish to see, above all else, is a return of the Khmer Rouge atrocities which happened those years ago.